being a mom, I think as adults, there's always the child in you. Because sometimes I roll in the mud, in the grass, and play with my kids, and I actually enjoy myself playing with my kids. Like we dance around, compete, running. Mommy, we are faster than you. I'm like, oh no. And my younger child Zachary said, "Mommy, you're too fat. You can't run." And I'm like, "Oh yes, I can run. Let's race." So they get surprised that I can actually run. And I used to be a very fast runner. So they get surprised that there are things I can do. So I realized, oh, there's a kid in me, because I actually enjoy those moments. Both my kids love Legos. But one time my sister says, "Is it your kids who love Legos or it's you who loves the Legos?" Because I'll buy these Legos that, oh, this one likes this Lego, this one. But when we bring it home, I am the one who is assembling them. Like I'm really into it, and I'll even stay up late in the hours building the Lego, creating this, dismantling, doing this, and then the question is like, is it me who loves the Legos or it's the kids who love the Legos? So yeah, they've also taught me that actually there are other things that I love doing. I think I like creating things, and Legos allow me create things. So yes, I think they reawaken those bits about me. And before, there are things that I used to fuss so much about, like when you wake up you must make your bed, leave your room in this way. What man, these days we just jump and run. Yeah, like I come home and like I can't believe that I can leave my bed and made. Like I used to freak out about that. But having the kid, imagine you've woken up at 6 or at 5, you have to get yourself ready, get these boys ready, get them to school by a certain time. So there are things I always wanted, like I have a corner for everything, man. These days things can be wherever they are. Because yes, and then the boys, they start taking off their shoes from the car. So there's one shoe in the car, one sock at in the corridor somewhere. The shorts are on the other chair, the underpants in the kitchen, and they'll go change. And for them, it's nothing. So you're literally coming to pick after them. So yes, they've taught me not to fuss too much about what the house looks like. It used to drive me crazy if I find anything moved where it shouldn't be. Like this carries this. Why have you put in this? This does this. What have you done with it? So they've taught me that, you know what, it is okay. Don't kill yourself for it. We are alive, we have eaten, we are breathing. Tomorrow is here, yes. I think now my kids determine sometimes who I like more, yes. There are people I might be lukewarm with, and my kids love them to bits. So I am forced to love these people because my kids love them. The people my kids dislike, and I've started questioning, why do they dislike this person? Or there are people I used to like and have offended my children, and I just started disliking them. So kids have affected me like that. But also my kids have taught me maybe to appreciate my parents better in certain things. Like recently, I left my house at almost 6:37 p.m. to go check on my dad. We go to Iganga, Kampala to Iganga. My parents live in Iganga, so my younger child came and asked me. He's really, really fond of his granddad. So he asked me, "So mom, what happened to my granddad?" I'm like, nothing is wrong with him. Is he still alive? I'm like, yes, he's alive. So how come he doesn't come to see us anymore? And how come we don't go to see him anymore? So I'm like, well, I've been busy, and grandpa got a bit of stroke, so he's not agile. He can't just jump into his car and drive the way he used to. Like, oh, I miss him. Do you know, I packed a night bag and drove home. And I got home at 10:30 p.m. and my mom was like, what's wrong? I'm like, nothing is wrong. Zach wants to see his grandfather, which made my mom feel bad. Because like, so you drove at this time of the day just for your father? And of course I'm very close to my dad. So it was a bit like, yeah. So my kids sometimes have made me do crazy things like that because they've demanded. So maybe if I didn't bother too much about my parents, my kids can demand to see their grandparents. And then I have to do that. But it has also made me appreciate my parents more. Like the sacrifices I have to make, yeah? because of my kids. I used to love a lot going out, going dancing, having my drink. Now I have to do everything in moderation or phase out certain things completely because I've got to be with my kids. I've been away from home the whole week. So instead of maybe going to the gym, staying over for aerobics, hanging out with my friends, I'm like, no, guys. I have to go home and be with my kids. And sometimes people who haven't had kids get irritated, yeah? Like, also you with your kids, you know? It was worse when I had one child. And sometimes some people, they said, that's the trouble with people who have only one kid. You can have another one, eh? Because it was about my son. If I asked you to pick my son at school, I would call you like 1,000 times to the point of irritation. Like, I know, you already told me. My goodness. The people who have one kid fuss too much, but yeah. So now I have a second one and I still fuss too much. Yes, about my kids. So yes, that's me and my kids and how I relate with other people. So if you love my kids, I will love you. If you hate my kids, I will hate you. Sometimes if I didn't like you and my kids just love you, I'm forced to relate with you differently. Some people know that. So sometimes I want to go on a trip alone and I have to incorporate this favorite uncle because the kids are demanding. Where is uncle who? Where is uncle this? Why isn't uncle who with us? Why isn't so and so driving with us in the car? My most joyful moment in motherhood has been those, first of all, for both my children, when I held my boys in my arms the very, very first time. I don't know, there's this sense of joy that I can't even describe. You know, you're there exhausted from labor, but you just feel a sense of joy in your heart that is unexplainable. I know some women go into post-birth depression, postpartum depression, but I didn't go through that. Instead, I got really, really excited. But every milestone that my child has gone through, so I don't really have one outstanding one, not yet. But there are those moments like the first time my son said, "Mommy." It's always exciting. Now, my second child said dad first. I was really not happy. I didn't think it mattered, but there's real competition. So I'm like, oh, so the fathers always feel jealous that the kids the kids say mom first. So I'm like, no, it's because we always said daddy, look at daddy. So Zach said dad first, the word dad. And I'm like, come on, you should say mom first. Something is wrong with you. So yes. But so the day he finally said mom, I was really, really excited. When they make that first step, when they first eat. Zach was a greedy child. I don't know if greed, but he liked food. Yeah? Like, he always wanted to eat what you're eating. Maybe the colors he saw on our plates and things like that. He wasn't really a milk child. He was always like wanting to grab food and eat. So that was exciting, like when he could finally eat. First day at school, sometimes we embarrass the kid, you know, when you're excited. But for the older boy, when he first went to boarding school, and then I first went to see him to see that, oh, he actually survived, you know. He was taller, bigger, sounding like a serious grown man with a deep voice. Like, I was really excited in a weird way. Like, oh my goodness, my baby has grown. Like, Mom, you're embarrassing me. Don't say that. Eh? But it was very, very exciting in a weird kind of way for me to see him get to that level. So yes, it's exciting. Then there are moments that sometimes shock you, like things kids can ask you, like strange questions, strange adult questions. Now for me it's really worse because they're opposite sex. Yes. I don't even know if I should say these things, I'll embarrass the boys. But yeah, they come and ask you strange things. I know now being a single mom, the things they come and ask you and you're like, wow. Like there's this thing about the male in the morning. So I remember Zaka asked me, Mommy, why is my susu like a stick? It's not a joyful moment, it's an embarrassing moment. So, you know, if I had a dad there, I would say, ask daddy. So I say, I think you just need to susu. I think you just need to susu. That was like, yeah, my boy is in a good state, you know. But you know, there are those things that my sons ask me, and I don't know how to answer them because they are boys and I'm a girl. They ask about boobs. Men, I think from a very young age, are obsessed with breasts. Man, these little kids asking me about breasts. Why don't I have a breast? Zach especially. Mommy, why is a girl susu hidden in her bum bum? You know, those crazy questions. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I have to deal with this. Because I'm a single mom, yes. But there are funny moments. And then you have to figure out how to answer these questions, yes. So, yeah. So there are those funny moments. They're funny. It's not really exciting, but they're funny. And the best way is to just laugh like, okay, how am I going to answer this? The other day, my son was asking me, so how old were you when you met Dad? What did you like about him? So when did you decide that you're going to have me? I'm like, where is this question going? Yeah, so sometimes they ask you those tough questions, and then you know they're not kids anymore. They know a whole lot of stuff. Yes. When they hear the word sex, Mommy, that's a bad word. I'm like, sex means female or male. Say, no, it's such a bad word. You can't say that. Yeah. So there are those surprising, shocking moments of what they ask you, and for them, they're innocently, openly expecting an open conversation. Yes.
Advice to young moms?
Young moms, it's not an easy journey. When I was growing up, women were lying to women about motherhood. It's doable. It has its very nice moments, but sometimes, for me, my experience, I'm not yet at the end because you remain a mom all your life anyway. But as they grow older, I think you sort of get reassurance based on what they turn out to be. But sometimes you're not sure if you're doing things the right way. But for me, right from birth, you know how they lie to you, oh, giving birth is easy, yeah? You just what? For me, both my giving birth experiences were horrible. I had to go through labor and then Caesar. So it's tough. It's tough to have a kid, but it's a joyful, it's rewarding. It's rewarding to have a kid. Never say never. I thought I wouldn't have kids, I had kids. But also I think we shouldn't, you know, there are mothers or families that are obsessed with the sex of a child. For me personally, I thought I would have a girl and a boy. I always wanted 2 kids, but because my mom always had girl, boy, boy, girl, boy, girl, I thought I'm automatically going to have a boy and a girl, or a girl and a boy, and I have 2 boys. But for me, because I always wanted number 2, for me a child is a child. It doesn't really matter. But also I'm a girl's boy. It's easier for me to deal with boys. So I think it's been easier for me because I don't know, I have a feeling girls need more attention, but people with girls say not necessarily. My mom actually always tells me if my 17-year-old son was a girl, I'd be relaxing. Now she'd be helping with the cooking and what? My boys cook what they want to eat for themselves. They can't do something for the house. When they do any kitchen related something for me, it is a reward. It's my birthday or Mother's Day or Women's Day. So like, Mama, we are offering a day of service. So they'll make me a cup of tea or they'll make me an egg. That's pretty much what they can make. My older son, he loves eggs. He had to learn how to fry eggs. Yes, so yeah, they can do those kind of things for me, offer a day of service. But saying that go clean the dishes, go cook, it's a battle. They'll do it, but it's a battle.